Hey everybody, Aaron Schey here from Habatat Detroit Fine Art. It is an honor to have you join me today as we visit with artist Toland Sand. He has created a new body of work we've been teasing you with via email for the last couple weeks, and this is a long time coming. He and I have been working on this event for a while, and the work is completed. It is available, and we'll get to that. And I'm super excited. But let me get through some housekeeping about what's going on in Habatat and going on in the world, because I am your first source of information. I have a feeling in this world. So let's roll. First, news: we are going to move the international to June of next year. So make sure you have your schedules planned. The AACG group will be coming to visit as well. It's going to be an amazing event. We'll have the gas there. We'll have the international. We'll have the Michigan Glass Project going. So there's going to be a lot of going to be like a rebirth. So I'm looking really forward to this event in next year in June. We have some events up until then to look forward to, but this is a big one. Currently, we have the show of John Moran. Many of you saw a couple other competitors on the Netflix show Blown Away on the AACG meeting yesterday. I tried to make it, but I couldn't due to family issues. I'll be watching on the rerun, which it looked really impressive. I'm super excited to see these artists work. But come and see John Moran's work here at the gallery. It is impressive. We did a big ad in our local paper to get the hype going in our local community in Downtown Magazine. So we're doing our part. We have a show planned for two female artists that are from the Wisconsin area. Stephanie Trenchard and Deanna Clayton, planned for October 22nd here at Habatat. If you happen to be in the area, we'll be doing probably a Zoom too, but it'll be worth seeing. Both are impressive and both have been selling rather well. The Glass Art Fair invitations have gone out to all the artists. Well, most of them, I hope. A lot of them bounce back as we go through and see who we hit and haven't hit. If you haven't heard from us, let me know. This is our virtual presentation that will be open October 29th, and there will be VIP days too, so we'll keep you posted on that. With SOFA no longer happening, a lot of artists were creating work towards that show, and this is an opportunity to share that work, though it is virtual. We're going to be adding a new feature too, so you as members of our family can share stories of each artist. You can share time you've spent with the artist, memories you have, and this will be shared via blog and under each artist's profile, so we can learn about how great the artists are in our Habatat family. So without further ado, we're on to Toland. Thank you, Toland, for joining us today. It's an honor to have you. A long time coming. Please say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. It's an honor to be here with Aaron and all you folks to talk about my new work and to look at a few slides of a few old pieces too. So,
thank you, sir. I'm going to kick in first. We have a video to go to, about 6 minutes long, for a little bit of history and background, and I will start playing that now. If you can't hear it, let me know.
Hi, Toland Sand here. I put together this video for you all to give you an idea of what my process is and what my shop looks like and what inspires me. My studio is a small building that my father's father built in 1946, and he lived here in Carmel Valley, and it came down to my dad, and now it belongs to my mom. And she very kindly let me fix it up the way I wanted to, do the landscaping, etc., etc. When I design my pieces, I use a large piece of paper and a pencil, compass, and a ruler, and a big eraser, and I just draw them out two-dimensionally. Sometimes I will use a computer to design a piece that I want to turn and be able to see 360 degrees. In my work, I use optical crystal, which is perfectly clear glass, the kind of quality you would make a lens out of. And I cut it and shape it to whatever size I want, and then I put it aside to be used when I make the piece. In the construction of my sculptures, I use an optical two-part water clear epoxy that I mix up in a beaker, and I weigh to very specific weights, and then I mix up with a latte frother. Then I put them in a vacuum bottle with a vacuum to suck the air out of the adhesive, so that when I put it in a syringe to apply it, it's perfectly clear. But I'm getting ahead of myself. First, I mark up the pieces with a marker, and then I cut them with a couple of brick saws, which have diamond tip blades on them. I use a variety of tools in my work, like this angle grinder, but mostly I use these large grinding wheels that I take from the cut surface to 80 grit to 240 grit, and then I put a bevel on the edge before I grind and polish it further. The process then involves casting up or putting fixtures on pieces of glass, first in wax, then in plaster with weights, diving weights, and then they go into the reciprolaps to get a 600 grit surface and then a polished surface. Then I break them out of the plaster, and this is what you have. Now I'm just going to give it over to images of pieces that are in various stages of completion that I think demonstrate the beauty of what I'm doing and how enchanting and inspiring it is to me to use these materials and to search for classic forms, usually geometric forms, that I can produce and enjoy, and hopefully you can too.
Thank you, Toland, for that video. That was very cool. I love the
Cool.
fact that you played all the instruments as well.
I'm so clever.
Yeah, 100% you. That was fun. I'm sorry, Cheryl, that was as loud as it got. So the video will be posted on YouTube too if you want to see it again. It was a great example of how Toland works, gives me kind of an idea, which is great. So Toland, I'm going to invite you to take over the screen so we can start the slideshow for sure. It's enabled. And then
Okay.
I know we've got a glimpse of some of the oloids in there. And I believe it is you are the only person to ever make that form out of glass, which is kind of exciting. And we were talking about that yesterday, and I was talking to Paul Stinker this morning about your work, and I said to him, I told him what we were doing, and I challenged him to make the same kind of form, but he laughed, as Paul Stinker would. And I don't think he's going to experiment with the Oloid Void, so it's all yours. But Let's see if we can get your screen going. Click on the share screen button.
All right.
And then pick your screen, and then hopefully we'll be in business. There you go. We can see your screen.
All right. Let me pull up the slides quickly here.
All right. Sounds good. You have to maximize.
There we go. Okay.
All right.
All right. So this is just a, let me slow it down here if I can. Trying to see how I can make it go backwards.
Is it, if you go to the arrow in the center and go to the left one. In the dead center of it, at the bottom, in the middle.
I'm not seeing it.
Oh, you can't see it. There you go. Click on the left right there. Go to the, yep. Well, you had it there a minute ago. And then you click on the arrow, it'll probably pause it too.
Did it show up?
Yeah, we can see the slides going forward. You're
already on
like the 10th slide already.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll just start over. It's going a little quickly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hopefully I can pause it as I go.
Yeah, go ahead and exit out of it and try it again. And we'll pick right into it. You can always play it twice too. It's quite stunning.
Yeah. So this is a little history. I started in stained glass, and these are some of the pieces I'm most proud of over the years for the shape and the technical aspects and the aesthetics and the variety of colors that I'm looking for. And here's one with opaque glass that I've started using lately, and this is a very recent piece as well. And this is a commission I did for a house outside of Detroit, and another piece that I think has something to say. And this is a wall construction that's in the Imagine Museum actually, and a boat piece, and then work with some marinis to see what else I could do with that. So apparently it's starting over. Whoop. Okay.
A lot of beautiful.
Anyway, I'll let it go to the end again, and then I'll go on from there.
Yeah, a lot of beautiful treasures in here. I love seeing the freestanding work and some with stands.
Now I try and put a spinning base on all the pieces so they can be seen from all sides, because they really need that, to be viewed from all sides, not just like a two-dimensional. They're very three-dimensional. I even think of them as four-dimensional.
What does natural light do to them? Do they create reflection?
Natural light is great. I mean, if you put it anywhere near a window, it's going to pick up the quality of the light and the refractions and the reflections of the environment. It's going to incorporate those into the piece itself, which is another dimension that I enjoy working with. So wherever you put it, whatever lighting you have, even in the middle of the night, you can turn off all the lights in your room, and my piece will still find some light. And so it's alive. It's there. It's meant to be alive 24/7. It's meant to be delightful and add a positivity to your art collection and your environment, and something that gives you joy, and maybe can pull you out of a funk.
That's true. All right, we can stop this slideshow and go into your next one. Talk about this work.
Okay, let me see if I can pull up a photo. Anyway, talking about the Oloids. In fact, let me pull one up really quickly. Sorry to do that.
Oh, and if you close some of the windows, you could share whatever window you want to share.
Okay, that's a good idea. Yeah, I'm just trying to pull up my photos, and I see what's happening. Okay, I think
it's getting caught on your. There's one right
there. Anyway, I'll put it there. That's illustrative enough. I've been working in glass for 45 years, starting in stained glass, and I blew glass and did some sandblasted glass, some freestanding pieces, and then I started using adhesives to glue glass together. So for 35 years, I've been doing this kind of work, and it keeps evolving. And it keeps evolving in terms of the shapes I explore, the colors, adding graphics on the inside. Like I'll go through, you know, an array of graphics, and then I'll decide, well, I really want something else, and I'll generate another design and put it in there and use paints to color it whichever color I want. So that's kind of an immediacy of the painterly aspect of what I'm doing. If I don't like the color, I'll just put a different color on and go over it with a razor blade, just like a squeegee, just to smooth it down. So I enjoy putting the colors and the graphics on the inside to give you something to focus on, because the rest of it is very reflective and it changes rapidly as you turn it. And the idea of the Oloid is when I came across the shape, I thought, well, I have to make one of those in glass, because I could just imagine what it was going to do optically and to the color. And I was more than correct about that. And so I came up with these first 6. And it's like Aaron was saying, as far as I know, they're the only glass Oloids made, which to me, that's great. I don't know why no one's ever made one before, but it's a wonderful shape, and it's you could call it the shape of the universe, in the sense that it's a never-ending swirl of color and motion. And
you mentioned to me something about a piece of paper, like it was a folded piece of paper, never ends.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, it's I've got a couple of quick notes here. Although its shape is curved, it moves in a perfect straight line. Although its shape is not round, it rolls. It has sharp edges, but its motion is gentle and smooth. There we go. You want to play the video?
I'm just going to cue a video while you're talking about it, because it's hard to visualize.
All right,
the movement of a piece, because you can see it kind of looks like 2 forms that have become one. And you mentioned to me the circumference. Read more of your information about it.
It's like if you took the infinity sign and you twisted 1/2 of it 90 degrees. That's basically the sense of it. And because as it's rolling on a surface, every square inch of the surface of the Oloid will touch the surface it's rolling on. And as far as I know, that's the only shape that does that on. Its surface is identical to a sphere of the same radius. It's just an amazing shape, developed by a Swiss mathematician about 100 years ago. And like I said, I saw it in a small gallery, a wooden one in a small gallery in Zurich, and I just was enamored of it. Just for its aesthetics by its own, as a how would you say, an exterior shape. Like if you made it out of wood or stone, the shape itself is really cool. And then to make it out of glass, including the colors and the graphics and the glass and the construction that I'm known for, it was just it was really cool to see it come to life.
Yeah, this is the first one. Let me see. It's hard to visualize without them rotating around. And I'll take over here and show a couple more.
Yeah.
Make sure the quality is as high as it goes. It looks like it's supposed to be, but I'll just make sure it is. The form of these. So there's a variety of sizes too. I noticed there was some that are smaller and some that are larger in scale.
Yeah, there are 3 sizes: small, medium, and large, basically. And you have one large and I think 3 mediums and 2 smalls or something like that. And I was just experimenting with size because I'm interested in how visible the piece is, how it relates to the human being rather than just as an abstract. So if you put a piece in front of you, what feels comfortable at what size? So I was experimenting with that.
Yeah, this really feels like next level work, Toland. We've seen rotating work that has sparkles to it, but just the interior of this piece and the way that it moves and forms, it looks like it wasn't created by the hands of man. So congratulations for something
Well,
out of
thank
this
you.
world.
Thank you. Thank you very much. It's been a fun journey, and I'm enjoying where I am, and I want to do some larger pieces and you know, experiment with more different colors and like that.
Yeah,
I think
so
you could say it's my canvas at this point in my career.
Yeah, definitely. And I see like these interior lines inside the pieces. I can't even imagine how those are made. And this one looks like it wobbles. Is that just a optical illusion?
It is.
Interior?
It is an
Wow.
optical illusion. Yeah. Yeah. All the lines on the inside, they're all straight lines. And that was part of the magic that I was looking for, to take all those straight lines and to distort them and stretch them out and stretch the colors and stretch the dichroic glass from how it goes from one color to the next. And I've used some other colored glasses as well, not just the dichroic. And my next step is to make one with some opaque glass in it.
I really like the
have fun with it.
The clarity of this. Like as it rotates, it like comes alive.
It really does. Really, you can't move it 1 degree without it changing.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing that way.
You can imagine this kind of mounted in a gallery, and then a video of it playing, because it really is an impressive style that really shows off the technical quality of glass.
It really does show it off. I can't imagine a shape that would better do that. I mean, it's just amazing what it does to the colors and the inside construction.
So these are all available. They're just released now. This looks like a larger one, Infinite Cobalt, and we have all the pricing on the artsy.com website. We have a presentation up that will be opening up this upcoming week on the habatat.com. It has the individual pictures, but the videos are really where it's key to see what these works look like. They are quite magical, and I think they would have some kind of impression on the seasoned eye. But can you imagine having an eye just walking in the glass and seeing this for the first time? Your socks would fly right off your feet. Completely.
Absolutely. I mean, when you see them in person, you know, they're just so much more alive even than the little movies we're watching now. They're just amazingly alive, just incredible.
Yeah, they have reflective qualities of stuff around the room too, so you would see how that would affect the actual work itself.
Yeah,
so we have a couple more to see. Let me kick over to the next one. There is a total of 6 that are available. Just gonna make sure the quality is as high as they can get. So give me a second while it kicks out. And then these videos are all in your email. They should be there too, so you can see them from the newsletters we send out. But I am by far impressed with this body of work, and I'm honored to show it. And I hope we find some homes for these pieces, because they are just fantastic. Look at that centerpiece. It's so
they each
weird.
come with a spinning base, of course.
They are, of course.
Yeah.
People always ask like how long it takes to make a piece, blah, blah, blah. But I will say long enough to make a true treasure.
There you go. Yeah, I have a wise guy answer of 10 weeks, you know.
I usually say 4 months. Whatever you want, it's done in 4 months, no matter what it is. By the time you get it packed up and shipped.
Or 45 years is even the more wise guy answer.
That's true. So the base of these looks like a little bit of rubber stopper that just holds it in place. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right. There's some silicone bump-ons that hold it in place, and that means you can turn it and reset it, and then spin it at a different angle.
Right. And as technology progresses, there's opportunities to get automated spinners for people. We've been searching for those on YouTube with our eBay and Amazon and whatnot, for people who just want them to slowly spin around. What's the average weight of these, so people know too as they plan?
That's a good question. I would say the small ones are about 8 pounds, the medium ones maybe 12, and the bigger one probably 16 pounds, something like that.
So that's easily manageable by far.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So this is great, Toland. So this is going to be posted up on YouTube, so make sure to share and like this video so we get people to be aware of what's going on with the Toland's work and this new body called Oloids, which I've never heard of this exact style of I guess it's a geometry until this presentation. So I'm grateful for you expanding my horizon in my mind.
Yeah, so, it's great shape.
It's a great shape. So with that in mind, I'll stop sharing. And like I said, I'll be following up with you guys to see to share more about Toland's work and these available pieces and to learn more about them. They are really he told me the design of the universe. You know, it's such an interesting form, something I've never seen before. And the wobble in the interior is something that I think is impressive and will please the eye no matter where and when you see these works. So thank you again, Toland, for joining us. You're welcome to unmute yourself and ask any questions you may have. Like I said, this will be posted up on YouTube. We'll share it with people who couldn't make it this morning. I appreciate you all joining us. It is a nice day out there. So thank you again for being here. And like I said, we will be back next week with another Zoom, I believe, probably beginning of the month. So we'll be talking about whatever NGG presentation we have coming up. But Toland, thanks for joining us. If there's anything you'd like to add, feel free to do it now.
Yeah, no, thank you all for tuning in, as it were, and it's a joy for me to know that there are so many wonderful glass collectors out there who keep us all busy and going. And thank you for joining, and thank you, Aaron and Regina, for making this happen. It's an honor and a pleasure to be doing this.
We'll be exhibiting these works also in the Glass Art Fair, so make sure to pick your favorite before they go on that exhibition. But thank you all for joining me today. Thank you, Toland. Thank you, guys. And we'll talk next week. Have a great weekend. Be well, everybody.
Okay. Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Toland. Thanks, Aaron.
Thanks, Howard.
Okay, Howard.